What's up everyone, it's Bucky and welcome to your 6th tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys something called a while loop. Now what a while loop is unlike the if statements I've been teaching you guys where it executes the code once if the test was true. In the while loop it's going to execute the code over and over as long as the test condition is true. So you can execute a piece of code 100 times with only having to type one simple statement. And the best way to teach you guys this is just to get down and dirty and show you guys. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing, or in case I didn't tell you guys yet, what we're going to be building today is I entered a hot dog eating contest, and I'm going to make a counter so I can enter the average, so I can enter the number of hot dogs I ate each day, and it's going to find the average for me. So to find the average, we're going to need 4 variables. We're going to have int loop count, and this is going to count the number of times we execute the code, or it's going to be the number of days I ate hot dogs. Int hot dogs, since we're going to have to enter a value for how many hot dogs we ate. Int total, since to get the average you need total divided by total number of days, so we need total. And int average, since to get the average, I just told you guys. So the first thing we need to do is set total equal to 0, since right now I told the computer I didn't eat any hot dogs yet. The next thing we need to do is set loop count equal to 0, and this is because we always want the loop counter to start out at 0, or in most cases you do. And now for what you guys have been waiting for, to figure out how to use this awesome thing called the while loop. The syntax for it is really easy. All you have to do is type while in all lowercase, and the compiler knows you're going to be working with a while loop. Let me move this up so you guys can see it easier. And next, what you enter in your parentheses right after the while loop is how often do you want this loop to continue, or the test condition for the loop. So we say, alright, as long as loop count is less than 5, we want you to keep doing this. And since we have this loop count is less than 5, somewhere in our instructions, in our curly braces, we're going to need to change the number of loop count. Because if we don't, then the loop count is going to equal 0 the whole time, and this code is going to keep going on and on and on. So sometime, don't let me forget, we're going to need to change the value of loop count, increment it by 1 or something. So the first thing we want our program to do is just give us a prompt to enter the number of hot dogs we ate. And we know how to do this using the printf function. Enter number of dogs ate. And the next thing we need to do, if it asks us how many dogs we ate, scanf, give it a value, or let the user enter value. Again, you should have learned all this in my last tutorials. %d, and set this equal to hot dogs. And don't forget your, oh, that's not a money, that's an ampersand. Don't forget to add your ampersand. If you don't, you're going to have a world of problems. And after we entered a value, we're going to run alright, total equals total plus hot dogs. And what this is going to do is this, it's going to keep a running tally stored in total. So the first time we enter hot dogs, it's going to write, say we enter 2 hot dogs, it's going to write, alright, 0 equals 0 plus 2, so now total equals 2. The next time, if we enter 5, it's going to say, alright, total equals 5 plus 2 equals 7. Next time, if we enter 3, we're going to write, it's going to say, alright, total equals 3 plus 7 equals 10. So it's just going to keep doing that and keeping track of the total number of hot dogs we ate. And our last line we want to do is we're gonna again want to increment this loop count by 1. Since I ate hot dogs over a period of 5 days, we're gonna put loop count loop count equals loop count plus 1. And this is gonna say, alright, after you're done entering the first value, this loop count that was 0 is now gonna be 1. And after you're done doing this a second time, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to do it a total of 5 times. And this is the piece of code that lets you exit your while loop. If you didn't have this right here, and you had the loop count the same, then it would be 0 the whole time. and it would never be greater than 5. And if this was true, then you would never escape your loop. And since we want this program to end eventually, we need to change the value of this somewhere, and this is where we did it. So after we're done entering all the value of hot dogs, we're gonna want to do, let's see, what are we gonna want to do? Let me tighten this up a little bit, make sure I don't run out of room. There we go. We're gonna want to find the average number of hot dogs. And of course, to figure out the average of anything, you need the total divided by the total number. So in this case, it's going to be 5. And then, once we're done with that, let's just print our results to show you guys how many hot dogs I actually did eat. So let's print total number of dogs was %D. And what do we want %D equal to? Average. So again, this is going to pretty much find the average, and this is going to pretty much print it out in a variable. Let's put number so that little pound sign doesn't confuse you. So execute, compile, and run. Hopefully I didn't forget any errors or anything like that. Come on baby, no whammy, no whammy. Enter the total number of dogs I ate. So the first day I ate 2, enter. Second day I ate 4. The third day I ate 54. On the fourth day I ate 22, and on the last day I ate 6. Press enter. Total number of dogs was 17. And again, let me show you guys how this works one more time. We set all of these equal to variables, set the total number of hot dogs to 0, we set the loop equal to 0, so this and this together showed how many times we want to enter the value. On the first one, it gave us a prompt and told us to enter the number, and this kept going on for 5 times, and this was able to escape the loop because of this loop count right here. Again, if we didn't have this piece of code right here, then it just would have kept asking us and never would have stopped asking us and never would have moved on to this. But once this loop count became greater than 5, we were able to go on with the rest of the program, average, take the total number, divide it by 5, and print out the total number of hot dogs. So that, my friends, is how you use the while loop. So I'm going to have all this code on my website, thenewboston.com. If you just want to copy it right now, that's what I'm going to do, and paste it to my site. I'll have it for you for free. So again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to check out all my contests. Again, thank you guys, and I will see you next time.